guys, and welcome to the Lazy Girl's Kitchen. On today's episode, I'm going to share with you how to make my meat lasagna. So a few weeks ago, I shared with you my recipe for my veggie lasagna, but I wanted to go a little bit more traditional this time. So I'm going to share with you my second favorite lasagna, which is my meat lasagna. The first thing you want to do is you want to preheat your oven to 400 degrees, and then I'm going to take you through the list of ingredients. So you're going to need some ricotta cheese. You're going to need some meat sauce. Now let's talk about the meat sauce for a second. This is my own recipe. I made it myself a few days ago. It's up on my website, www.thelazygirlskitchen.com. You can feel free to make this recipe and use it in the lasagna. If you don't have time to make it or you have another recipe, feel free to use that one. But you are going to need some sort of meat sauce. You're going to need some mozzarella, which we're going to top the lasagna with, some Parmesan, some onions, which I just diced, some garlic, 1 egg, some Italian seasoning, salt, pepper, and then I use oven ready lasagna. You can use the regular lasagna. I just feel like to have to cook it and then cook the lasagna, it's just too much for me, so I prefer these. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna mix our ricotta mixture. So in this bowl I have some ricotta. I'm gonna add in my egg. I'm going to add in my Italian seasoning, my onion. I, for one, love like a really full lasagna with like lots of flavors, so I add quite a bit of stuff into it, but I feel like that's what makes the lasagna so delicious. And then I'm going to add in my Parmesan and then just finish it off with a pinch of salt and pepper. I don't want too much salt because the Parmesan is already kind of salty and the ricotta has some salt in it too, so you don't want to overpower it. So I just do a little bit. And then some pepper. And we're going to give this a nice toss. Just make sure the egg is combined. There we go. Okay, so this looks nice for me, like good enough for me. So now we're gonna assemble our lasagna. So I have a baking dish, like a casserole dish. I'm making a smaller lasagna just because I'm making it for 2 people, so I'm not gonna make a huge one, but you can always double or triple the recipe if you want. I sprayed the bottom with a little bit of olive oil, and then I'm gonna just layer just a tiny bit of the meat sauce on the bottom, just to make sure nothing sticks, just like so. And then we're gonna start out with our noodles. I love this baking dish, but it just stinks getting the noodles in there. Okay. And I kind of like to overlap mine just because I feel like it helps. I don't know, I like the extra noodle taste. And don't you worry, we're definitely going to be using the noodles that I'm kind of breaking off. I always kind of stick them in the sides so nothing goes to waste. Okay, so we have that. Now I'm going to layer my ricotta mixture. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some aluminum foil over this, and I'm going to bake this for 1 hour. After 1 hour, I'm going to take it out and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so my lasagna was in the oven for exactly 1 hour, and I took it out and I let it rest for about, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes or so. I didn't really keep track, but look how beautiful it is. I did make a little boo-boo pulling it out of the oven. I ripped the aluminum foil off, which ripped off my top layer of lasagna, so I tried to salvage it the best I could, but it doesn't matter. It's going in my belly anyways. All right, so let me get a little piece here. I'm gonna cut it with a knife. If I let this sit for a little while longer, it would set a lot better. However, I haven't eaten in a couple of hours and I'm hungry. So I'm just gonna dig in. It smells good though. Let me give this a try. Okay. This is gonna knock your socks off. So good. I definitely suggest making the meat sauce for this. I think this meat sauce makes the lasagna. It's delicious. So head over to www.thelazygirlskitchen.com to get the written recipe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.
This is where they stick me when I'm done cooking. They make me sit in the corner on this little chair. They can't even give me a full-size chair.